Nana would smack my mouth out. So here's the deal. I am going to be rude and talk and eat at the same time. It's kind of gross. This is an example of when would your Nana smack your mouth out. Talk with your mouth full. Talk while you smack your gum. Pop your gum. Crack your gum. I mean to tell you, every one of my grandmothers had things, and they were very consistent with, they would literally correct you immediately, or you would get your mouth smacked out if you behaved a certain way. So let me tell you the backstory here. Number one, I'm eating Crystal hamburgers today because I just posted I had a perfect health checkup yesterday. So I'm being bad. Listen, I might be fairly fit, but I'm not perfect. And I have things that I like to do as well as the next person. I'm not going to tell you that I'm a fully organic gardener that only eats what I produce when you can see my pot belly sticking over my jeans. That when you see that, when you got a little pot belly and you look like you might be going into the slaughterhouse to be stuffed into a casing, nobody believes that you're eating a fully homegrown vegan lean meat diet. Okay? People look like that in 1889, but they don't look like that today because we don't work that hard and we eat Crystal from time to time. Now, another thing you do is you don't lick your fingers. That's gross. There's nothing worse than going to a restaurant and you got Big Jim sitting over at the table, and over all of the honky-tonk music, all of the beer slamming, all of the chit-chat and gossip, and you talking to your own husband, you can hear Jim just slipping and slopping and locking and loving his fingertips. That's gross. Don't do it. Nana might smack your mouth out, so don't do that. Now, here's what really caused this today. Hang on. I'm getting a total sip of corn syrup Coca-Cola or whatever's in it. I don't know. But don't worry about it. So anyway, I put up a post today that I went to the doctor yesterday. I was making a point of how hard we work every day on the farm. I'm working physically several hours a day, lifting, walking, moving, picking up cows, whatever needs to be, milking a cow, whatever needs to be done. And I do think that has had a very positive impact on my life. So that when I want to eat a Crystal once a month, I can do it. Now, so I posted that. I don't have a napkin. So I posted that, and somebody asked me if I was having a baby. Let me restate this. So I posted that I had a really good healthy checkup with the doctor yesterday, that I was thankful for this lifestyle. I'd be more thankful for a napkin right now. And all the things in my life, and that you can do it too, and that there's so many rewards and things like that. Got very positive feedback about it. It's very honest. And instead, somebody says, are you expecting? What? So here's the deal. So I came back and I said to the person, what in the world would make you ask such a question? I didn't say a word. I didn't say a thing about being pregnant in that post. And I posted it, so I replied to her. It was an honest question. And she says to me, I didn't say anything else. I was looking at it and I thought, that's none of your business. My Nana would smack my mouth out. So I deleted her comment. When you go onto social media and you go onto other people's pages, first of all, it's a choice that you're there. You don't have to follow certain people. You don't have to be friends with people. And you are not entitled to know things. And vice versa. You are not bound to anything on social media. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, your mama, whatever. What you post is what you post. And, I try to keep a very family-friendly forum. Very, very positive, uplifting, funny, a little silly, all of that type of stuff. And so I felt that it was inappropriate to ask me if I was having a baby. I thought that was a personal question. And instead of really telling her that and putting her in her place and saying, were you raised, where were you raised? Because it certainly wasn't a barn. You don't ask those type of questions. If I have something going on personal in my life, then that's going to be up to me to share that with you. You're not entitled to know things. I have all kinds of questions that come through all the time. What's my phone number? Can I call you? What's your husband's DNA? I mean, you all, some really personal questions. So I have learned the hard way that it's best, I really shouldn't have answered it at all. I should have just banned her, which is exactly what I ended up doing, because you know why? After I deleted her comment, I just deleted the comment. Didn't say anything else, just let it go. She came back, I have a screenshot of it, and posted 2 more times, telling me how rude I was. She never had, in her whole life, nobody ever deleted her comment. Well, that's the problem, lady. The problem of today, children, is that people are not held accountable for their actions. I want to let you know that right now you should be held accountable for your actions. If you walk away from the TV right now and smack your little brother or your little sister and cause them to cry, you in turn, mama or daddy, should come over and ever so slightly paddle your behind. Because that's what happened to people when they misbehaved and didn't follow the correct protocol of basic manners and basic respect. You got your mouth smacked out by your nana. And the problem is nowadays you have family fractures and breakdowns, and people have lost their minds in many cases, and they don't hold people accountable for their actions, which is why you have half the population half the time running around like a bunch of wild circus animals, because the trainer gave up. The trainer didn't do, or the trainer ran away themselves. Well, in this world that I live in the world that you should live in, regardless of who you are, what you believe, there is and should be a certain amount and level of respect that goes for other people. Not everything that everybody does is your business. There's an ambulance going right now, and I guarantee you if I stopped them and asked them where they were going and who were they going to be treating, they'd probably tell me that it was none of my business, which is exactly what this lady should be told. And as I gently, just ever so slightly, deleted it and tried to make it go away without getting up in somebody's crawl, it made her angry, because I didn't fulfill her answer to the degree I guess she wanted. And number 2, the fact that I won't allow that behavior on my forum, anywhere that I'm at or on my property, doesn't bode well. Because see, children, people think that they should be able to come and go as they please, do what they want, and it's somebody else's responsibility to make them happy or improve their life when they haven't done it themselves. That is a false design right now that's going on in the world. And if you believe all of that, if you are led to believe all of that, then you are going to be a very disappointed and possibly a disgruntled adult at some point in your life. So learn first and foremost that there are nanas in the world still that will smack your mouth out. If there isn't that, there is definitely some shred of hope in the fact that there's people like me that won't allow you to come in, say and do and be however you just want to, and you think that I'm going to let that be that way or be okay. That's not the way it should be, and that's not the standard you should accept. That's how people get abused and used, and if you don't want that, then you have to be the bad person to hold other people accountable and be a little bit like a nana that's willing to smack your mouth out. So pardon me, children. I'm glad we've had this heart-to-heart, and I'm so glad that the young people and the young minds of this country and all around the planet can understand these simple concepts. It's a shame that we have adults in this day and age that do not. But just because they don't doesn't mean you don't. Hope this video finds you well. I hope you're having a good lunch. If you're having a grilled cheese today and a little French fry, honey, every now and then, you do that. We'll see you on the next video.